For those of you that don't know me, I'm Rebbeca Flora, and I am one of your appointees to the Waterfront Committee. And so I'm here, first of all, to commend the mayor and all of you, and thank you for forming the committee and for showing the leadership to actually buy the waterfront property and to hopefully plan for the future in terms of the waterfront. And I wanted to come and first of all commend you all still sitting in office for that leadership and for that action. As part of the committee, I think we've still got our hands full. We've got a lot of work to do next year, and I hope that we'll see some of that get done. I really want to, I guess in light of the decision to move forward with some design work, I just really want to assure you all that I, at least, as one of your representatives, will be insisting on a public process and a planning process be mapped out, which really has not been fully mapped out to date, and I think that that's something that really is going to need to be done after the first of the year. So I'm here to thank you and assure you that that will happen, if there's anything I can do about it. And just so you all know, you may not know me, but you need to know something. I moved here 2 years ago with my husband. The mayor appointed me after a year to be part of this committee, and she did that because she took the time to get to know some of my background. I'm actually a professional planner. I'm a certified economic development professional. I have actually undertaken the development of hundreds of acres of waterfront development property. I am a specialist in sustainable community development, and I have raised millions of dollars for development. I have been involved in and have actually led housing development, business development, Main Street redevelopments. This is my profession. It's what I do. So I take this committee very seriously. And for that, I really feel the committee needs to be held accountable. And so while I have been somewhat quiet through the course of this year, and I apologize for not being here previously, my work takes me out of town actually to do consulting of this sort around the country. And so I'm often not here on Monday evenings. And so I was here this evening, and I wanted to take a moment to not only thank you, commend you, but also assure you that these areas of what we have in front of us in terms of the redevelopment of this waterfront are critical. And because you did vote to invest in some design work moving forward, we have moved from a citizen advisory committee, as it's been referenced, to a committee that needs to have accountability to the public. And I'm extremely grateful for all the people that have taken the time to be interviewed by us. But I am also cognizant of the many people that have stopped me repeatedly to ask me what's going on. So there is a need to report to you and to report to the public about this process and where we're headed with it, particularly in light of the fact that we're going to be spending some money at this point and moving from what I consider to be a citizen advisory committee. As a certified planner, I also have to sign a code of conduct every year. It's part of what I have to do as a professional planner. And so I also take that very seriously. And so as we move forward next year, if there is a point where I feel like we cross a line, I will either be upholding my code of conduct by bringing that forward or resigning, because that is what I'm obligated to do as a planning professional. And so I don't want to put a shadow on what tonight has been a really wonderful evening, but I want to thank you, and once again assure you that there is nothing probably more important. You've actually been able to hold the fabric of this community together in terms of the buildings and the structure and the main streets. The most important thing we can do for the future of this town would be ensure that a credible planning process is undertaken for the future of our waterfront that takes into account all of the issues that we need to consider in its redevelopment. So I think we're off to a good start. We need to do better. I won't go into more detail on that, but I will assure you I will make sure that happens next year. Thank you all for your service.
Thank you, Rebecca. I knew when I got you in with our group.